Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. Now, this next week is going to be chaotic, so I'm recording a whole bunch of videos all at once, including the fact that this video is actually really special because of the fact that it is going to have a whole bunch of my Miraculous theories all condensed into one video. This includes my theory for Mr. Pigeon 72's plot, as well as stuff about Chloe and her sister, as well as, what was the other one? There was, frickin' Adrian and Marinette, and we'll talk about that in just a sec, but, yeah. But also, real quick, I would also like to let you guys know that in the next few days, I'm hoping to get this out on the 4th, but I'm not exactly certain exactly when, but you can expect my review of The Promised Neverland Volume 19, which, for those of you who are unaware, this book is supposed to release on the 4th. But I was lucky and was able to get an early copy thanks to Barnes & Noble for getting that, oh yeah, this is supposed to come out on the 4th. Oh, crazy stuff, I know. So expect this to be an awesome video and look forward to that. Along with a My Hero Academia video about, My Hero 1's Justice 3, which still has yet to be announced, but we can say with some certainty that more than likely we will be getting an announcement probably by the time of summer. And since I don't want to talk about it when it eventually gets announced, then yeah. Oh, there's a lot to that, and we'll talk about that when it actually comes around to that time. But anyways, guys, let's actually get into these theories right after this. So yeah, let's actually start talking about these theories. So, first off, oh boy, this is gonna be a lot of fun. So, for those of you who are unaware, Zoe is Chloe's half-sister. Now, in my video talking about Queen Banana, I suggested the idea of this theory, and that is, who exactly is Zoe's father? We know that Chloe's father is Andre, but it leaves the question open to who exactly is, well, Zoe's father. Now, one thing to note is that Zoe is blonde, which, let's be clear, that is a recessive gene. So, kind of. Obviously, hair is complicated, and we're not going to get into that right now. I mean, technically, I'm blonde, believe it or not. Like, to a little degree. Basically, I'm a very, very dirty blonde, so I have brown hair. But, yeah, technically I'm blonde. Actually, technically I'm redhead, but that's beside the point. We're not going to get into that right now. The point is that Zoe is very blonde. And also, based off the fact that she has the dyed hair, that one little streak, it does lead me to believe that there are multiple reasons for why she's doing this. Obviously, there's thousands of reasons, any one of them could be reasonable. But the fact that she's blonde actually means that there are very few characters that we can actually pinpoint as being Chloe's father. Primarily because, well, there just aren't that many blonde characters in Miraculous. I mean, obviously, there's the Egress, as well as, technically, Adrian's mom's family, but they're, I believe, more in England than in France. I'm not exactly certain on exact details, so don't quote me on that. So I kind of doubt that anyone in their family is her father, but there's really only two characters, and the two characters are the guy who takes the pictures, which is in first season, but I'm forgetting what it's called. Pixelator, yeah. Pixelator's real life person is blonde and has dyed hair, so that obviously a lot of people have actually drawn the connection between the two of them, but at the same time it's just like I just don't feel that, if you get what I'm saying. The fact that she has yet to be actually introduced, and more than likely, based off of what we've seen so far, she is more connected to Thomas Ostruck, or at least his character in the series. It does lead me to wonder, who exactly is she? Could she be someone really interesting? And as I mentioned in that theory, what if Zoe is the daughter of Gabriel and Audrey? Yeah. What if? It's a hard theory to actually pinpoint, and obviously, more than likely, this will be proven wrong before the end of this episode. Or before the end of Queen Banana. Might even get disproven in Guilt Trip, so yeah. Which also, speaking of which, Guilt Trip, that episode is apparently gonna be airing before Queen Banana. Seriously, Gloob, what the hell are you doing? I really hate it that we actually have to wait until the 28th to actually get the 4th episode chronologically for Miraculous, which is Mr. Pigeon 70 frickin' 2. Which, honestly, that's not that weird. Considering the fact that, yeah, Mr. Pigeon has been akumatized way more than almost everyone else. With, if they need someone to be akumatized as basically a way to get them ready to actually start up another fight, they'll usually use Mr. Pigeon because of the fact that, well, he's just easy to do. I mean, we see him in both Truth and Lies, which obviously is the same version, but we also see him throughout Season 3, as well as, I believe, a little bit in Season 1. Or, not Season 1, Season 2. I don't know. I don't think he's actually in Season 2 that much, but holy crap, so many times in Season 3. It was actually ridiculous. On top of the fact that he's also in the frickin' New York special getting akumatized, which, yeah, I don't remember exactly what they actually said that time was, but obviously it's been a lot, and it's kind of insane. I mean, frick, that was one of the reasons why we actually got frickin' Bunnix to show up for the first time, so, yay! Oh my gosh. Anyways, so what exactly is this episode gonna be about? Well, honestly, I don't think it's gonna have anything really to do with Mr. Pigeon. I mean, obviously they say, okay, he's now able to turn people into pigeons, which that's not surprising in the slightest. But at the same time, I can't help but feel like this, because of how many times they've had to deal with him, I just can't imagine it going very slow. So I could actually see this being a really important episode. Possibly this is the point where Marinette gets so fed up with the fact that he has gotten akumatized so many times that she unlocks a new power, which is those little charms that we've been seeing within Furious Fu. It's looking like we're going to be seeing it in both Queen Banana as well as Guilt Trip. So yeah, we've seen like little glimpses of them. So this may be the point where she actually gets that power. And basically what that charm will do is it will prevent someone from ever getting akumatized again. Basically, it is overflowing with positive energy. And basically, it was something that she and Alya would have worked on. More than likely, we'll get a better explanation as to what it is in the actual episode. But honestly, just thinking about that, as that's the case, would be rather interesting. Now, I don't necessarily think that just yet is Marinette going to get her new outfit, but it is still a possibility that before too long, because of the fact that we know that it has to first happen in either episode 4 or episode 5, she does need to get her new outfit very soon. But she also has to learn that new ability that protects people from whatever these little charms are. I really have no idea. But because I haven't rewatched Furious Fu since I first watched it, and since I watched it in Portuguese without subs, yeah, it's kind of hard to really know what the frill that thing does. Probably someone will... hopefully someone will actually tell me who actually speaks Portuguese and has watched the episode will hopefully tell me what it actually does, or someone who's watched the dub or the subbed will tell me that. So yeah, please let me know down in the comments below what that thing does. So considering the fact that this is his 72nd time getting akumatized, it wouldn't throw me off if that is where she finally unlocks that ability. Just saying. Now, as for the last theory, so I'm actually going to change the background really quick. Yeah, what are those two doing together? Before we actually get onto that, here's a quick message from our sponsor, aka not sponsor, from Backwater J. Enjoy. Warning, flashing lights. Skip ahead 30 seconds if you need to.
Do you remember the days before the internet?
When Tone Loc was relevant?
8-bit graphics were the state of the art.
And Dungeons and Dragons was satanic?
Backwater J remembers.
Check out his channel for comedy,
Gaming.
Music.
Gaming. Spoken word. Gaming.
guitar mods,
Gaming.
And whatever this is.
He's reluctantly digital.
casually misogynistic,
Obsessively whimsical.
and accidentally hilarious.
Backwater J.
Now with Cat Girls.
So with that out of the way, yes, that's another video from the Can Group. So look forward to seeing more stuff on his channel, and make sure to actually go over to his channel and check them out, which are linked down in the description below. So yeah. Also, his merch is actually going to be on the Intrepid Bookstore, so if you guys want some of his merch, including the Backwater J symbol, definitely leave that down in the comments below. Or leave that down, make sure to check it out down in the Intrepid Books. So, yeah, all that jazz. So that's in the merch store, so go check it out. Or at least it should be by the time this video comes out, so, yeah. So, back to this. Which, oh my, that worries me. Just seeing these two being sitting next to each other, which looks like it's Adrian and Marinette sitting next to each other. But on top of that, there have been a lot of weird moments, specifically in the Guilt Trip trailers, that we've seen Marinette and Adrian kind of hanging out a lot. No one's exactly certain why, but there's just this nagging feeling in the back of my brain that's just like, hey, look at that, look at that, look at that. And because of the fact that that scene that I've got in the background, that is in Queen Banana. So before, I kind of came up with this little theory that either within Gabriel Agreste or episode 10, there would be something interesting with Marinette and Adrian confessing their feelings for each other while also revealing their identities to each other. Now, don't think that I'm actually thinking this, because as of right now, all we've seen is a few images with no dialogue between them. But also remember, we haven't seen anything before Furious Fu. After Furious Fu, sorry. So, the idea that after Furious Fu, in episode 7, Marinette and Adrian actually reveal their identities to each other. Now, again, I said this in my video about Guilt Trip. I do not think that they are going to randomly put, just in the middle of the season, hey, here's the reveal. No, I don't think that that's going to happen. That sounds absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely insane. I'm honestly surprised that they put the Gang of Secrets reveal in Gang of Secrets, which is the 3rd episode. Now, I am a little bit more okay with that, though, because of the fact that Gang of Secrets is actually in a 3-parter, which is basically the 1st episode of the season. So, the fact that that is what's going on with that actually makes it a lot less worrying for me that that happened. But the fact remains that if it's episode 7, especially, like, maybe I can understand it if it was episode 13, for example. If that was the episode where a reveal happened, oh, big whoop. Because a lot of episodes that are really important actually happen around that time. Such as, I believe, that... not exactly there, but Captain Hard Rock, which was episode 16, was one of the most important episodes for the series in season 2, which, keep in mind, that was episode 13 on Netflix for season 2, which was where they split things off. Which, remember, Netflix is notorious for putting these things out of order because everyone else does. That's really bad, actually. Seriously. Season 2 and Season 3 are so messed up on Netflix, as well as everywhere else, that it's actually driving me insane. I'm actually hoping, and I actually have a pretty strong feeling, that when it eventually gets over to Disney Plus, it's actually going to be in chronological order. So, we'll talk about that once it actually gets over there. But, yeah. But the point is that the way things are looking right now, episode 7, which we don't even have a name yet for this episode, mind you, may just be the episode of the reveal. Now, I don't want to say that right now, because, like I said, we don't have the name yet. We don't have the episode, we don't have the synopsis yet. We don't have anything for this episode. We haven't even seen any trailers that could be even slightly connected to this. So, don't take my word for that. Unless, for some reason, in Queen Banana, if Marinette and Adrian are dating, and if in Guilt Trip they transform in front of each other, then absolutely put that as, put that as where the reveal happens. Like I said, though, we can't really know for sure until the 11th, because that's when Queen Banana happens. But because of the fact that Guilt Trip is coming, we can actually know a lot of stuff about at least a few of these theories as soon as Guilt Trip releases on the 4th, which, keep in mind, on the 4th, my review of Promised Neverland Volume 19 is releasing. So look forward to seeing that coming out. And yeah, obviously look forward to everything that is coming very quickly down the pipeline. And we may break these 3 theories into their own videos eventually, once we actually know a little bit more. Obviously, we're not going to do anything about Zoe's family, because the fact that, yeah, that will more than likely get revealed very shortly, and I don't want to get too much in depth with that. And obviously, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, probably none of these theories are actually going to be something to talk about, except for Mr. Pigeon, which I do want to also mention that when we get closer to Mr. Pigeon's release date, do expect me to do a review on that episode, and yeah, we'll talk about it. Also, I do want to briefly mention, really quick, that RTS has actually come forward and said that they will not be releasing any more episodes due to the fact that they want to actually release these episodes in chronological order, which, boom! Yes, sir! Thank you, RTS. You are awesome. I only wish that we didn't have to wait till fall for that to actually happen. Because apparently that's when it's happening, which does suck, but in all honesty, that's pretty good. I do actually expect there to be releases of the other languages, specifically in Brazil. Expect us to get pretty much every episode very quickly. So yeah, obviously not in chronological order. Also, maybe once we get 13 episodes, we'll see it on Netflix, or maybe Disney Plus. I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see, because Disney Plus is being a pain in the ass. Also, hopefully we get Shanghai soon over on Disney Plus. Don't know when exactly, but it's supposed to be coming soon as far as I'm aware, because New York special came out pretty quickly after it released over here in America. So, and as far as I'm aware, it has released here in America. So, yeah, there's that. But anyways, guys, I'm looking forward to editing this video. I will see you guys soon. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell. And even if you're not new, but you just haven't subscribed yet, please remember to subscribe and ring that notification bell, because it really does help us out a lot more than you may think. Of course, leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. If you are going to leave a theory, make sure to say theory review somewhere in your comment so that we can talk about it in a future video. And of course, if you do want to support the channel even more, then definitely head down to the description and check out all of our links down there, including our social medias, our other channels, and ways you can support us financially, including the merch store, which I already mentioned. Backwater J's merch is going to be there when this video comes out, hopefully. So look forward to that. Of course, also look forward to seeing the... of course, also make sure to check out the book. And of course, make sure... finally, to check out our Patreon, which a big thank you to our current patron, Sheeny. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!